Hi, I'm Bianca Bosker. I'm the senior tech editor for the Huffington Post, and we're going to be talking about women and technology.
Kelly Hayes with genConnect.com. I'm joined today by Bianca Bosker, who is the senior tech editor for the Huffington Post. Welcome.
Thank you.
So we're a website. You report on websites all the time. The role of a journalist today, though, covering the digital age is a little bit different than newspaper reporters used to be. How so?
Well, I think one of the things that we really love to do at the Huffington Post is the fact that our editors and our writers are both have an amazing sort of editorial sense, and they have a great sense for how to tell stories on the web. And there's something very different about sharing a story online than it is from writing something for a magazine that you pick up and flip through. So one thing that we really work on is being able to both communicate with our readers in a lot of different mechanisms, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, on our site, and also to be able to listen to them. I think that we have a great chance to hear from our readers in ways that we never did before, thanks to technology.
So you're reporting, you're also telling stories. Are you telling stories in different ways because of the technologies you use? In other words, is it just filing a story? Are you also involved with tweeting and Facebook and that sort of thing?
Oh, absolutely. So, when we hit publish on a story, I mean, the work is just beginning to some extent. You have to begin the process of sort of making sure that it gets seen, that you share it with your readers, whether it's from my personal account or from our HuffPost Tech Twitter account. But I think the interesting part is, we can tell stories using so many more tools than we did before. We can tap into what people are saying on Twitter. We can add movies and video and charts and graphs and interactive things. So, the word really becomes just one way of telling a story online, and that's really exciting, and I think we're just beginning to see what can be done with that.
Bianca, as tech editor for the Huffington Post, what are we looking to see coming up in the next year or so? What are the exciting trends in tech?
The thing that I'm really excited about is the idea of the interest graph. So right now online what we see is, companies trying to understand who our friends are and sort of showing us things based on who we're friends with in real life. But, I might be friends with someone and they share no interest with me at all. I don't trust their advice in movies. I don't trust their idea of, what's an interesting read. So, how do we connect with people that share our sensibilities and share our interests? And I think you're beginning to see that with some sites. I think Pinterest is, one way that we're seeing people be able to tap into strangers who share their sensibilities. So I think that's very, very exciting.
Fascinating. The role of women is also increasing in the world of tech. I think that women obviously are great communicators, and technology has allowed some of that to take place. Do you see the role of women changing in technology?
Well, we launched a series on women in tech last summer, actually, that's really tried to highlight female pioneers in the tech space. And I think one thing you're seeing is that the definition of a sort of woman in tech or what counts as someone working in tech is really broadening. But for sure, I think it'll be really exciting to see how women continue to find their voice online, and I look forward to that.
Terrific. Bianca Bosker, you can also see more of Bianca at
HuffingtonPost.com/tech, yep.
That's terrific. And also here at genConnect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.